industry. You cannot make a car. It's only European. They can come, collect our minerals. They can go and make cars. They can go and make phones. They can go and make bicycles. They can go, but they're supposed also to teach us so that we can start to do it by our own. You see, but they can come only to collect minerals, and they go and make stuff. They bring out that stuff and sell it very, very
expensive.
Yes, very expensive. So it's not.
So that means you think we should not entirely end the dominance?
No, we are not. We should not be dominated by the white.
But
the white, they must also consider like as we are.
So we should end the dominance totally.
Yes. Yeah, it's not easy to end the dominance.
No, I'm not talking about easy. I'm saying we should end the dominance totally.
Yes, we should end the dominance
but
totally.
You see, you spoke about they brought the language, they brought whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they brought to us is to control us. Because we've been speaking the languages for centuries. Where are we? What progress have we made? We've been following the religion.
Yeah.
But where are we? We currently view them as superior. Yeah. We currently generally feel ashamed of our own values, our own self, our own languages.
Yeah.
So you can't see a people that have brought you shame for yourself, that have stolen your economy, stolen your natural resources, turn your women into objects that they use for sex, because the sex tourists, the European sex tourists are here.
Yeah.
Make you all feel bad and see them as superior and stuff. These people have not brought us whatever. Actually, their languages are tools they use to condition our brains, because for them to make us feel inferior, they need to get information in our brains.
Yeah.
It is the languages they use to get there. Whatever they manufacture, cars, they are not the only one who make it. Chinese make cars.
Yeah.
India makes Tata. Iranians makes condo and so on and so on. So they are not they don't have the copyright of technology.
Yeah.
So whatever they make is for them. They sell it to us, isn't it?
Yeah.
What it means is we can tell them we don't buy your product. We're gonna buy Chinese. We're gonna buy Indians.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna buy Iranians. So there is nothing that we should keep them for. Actually, if God created us, it means God created us with our languages, our culture, and our original spiritual beliefs.
All right.
What those who did slavery, colonialism, and apartheid, which are classified crime against humanity, because they were killing and slaving. You understand? These people could never have brought us positivity. What they have brought us is mental colonialism. So many Africans don't realize it, but they only brought us things to control us. You agree with me on that?
Yeah. If you look in big companies nowadays, at the top, there must be only a white man to control. Not only a white man, but an European. Because there is some white men, there's African white men. They grow in Africa. They've got behavior like Africa. So, no black man can go in Europe just to change the situation of Europe, or to collect some white men and teach them what to do or what to have. But why if a white man come, why if a European come in Africa, and if you want to collect people and tell them something, they agree with him. So these things is very bad. Africa, you must understand that we must stand up so that we cannot be overruled by white men. You must be responsible in every situation that
very
you're
interesting
facing in the future. Yeah.
But for the brown people to stand up, they must understand that the perception that European languages, European religion, or European brought us anything positive is just fiction.
Right.
Because if you go to Europe, the only country that speaks English is the UK. The only country that speaks French is France. And the French of Belgium. These are the French of Belgium and the French of Switzerland. And in some part, the Dutch of Belgium speak Dutch. You understand? And so on and so on and so on. So the languages, the religion, the culture has not brought us anything positively, because if it has brought us anything positive, we will not feel inferior. We will not be into this chaos. What it means is what they have brought to us is to make us feel low. What it means is it has not advanced us, but it has sent us backward. So we must end their dominance totally. We must realize, because in Europe, if every people speak their own language, the Russians speak Russian, the Portuguese speak Portuguese, the Italians speak Italians. What it means is, for you to progress, we have to stick to our own languages.
And you know, at some level of university, if a white man study, he can go up and up in the stage that he can create something. But as in Africa, they don't give us that opportunity to go up, as they just teach us how to repair, how to fix.
But that's why we need to end the dominance, because they are not our friends. They did oppression, and they're still oppressing us today because their dominance remains supreme.
Yeah.
So they are not the people we should view as they came to teach us or whatever. They are here to colonize us, so they put us in a system which works for them. Because even what we do in our countries is to serve them. Everything we do, like the food, the clothing, the cigarettes, anything you do, the money goes to them because it's theirs, you understand?
Yes.
Even what we learn is so that we comply with the thinking. That's all they have put us into. But they give us the impression we are progressing, because we are not progressing. Even the African doctor has the image of being less educated than the European doctor. So which means whatever they have put us into is just to control our mind. It's not to help us. You understand?
I understand.
So we need to end it entirely. There is nothing they are brought to us that is advancing. It's just illusion. They just give us the impression that it's advancing. But what are we? Look at the millions of people here. They are all wearing clothes made by Europeans. You know that? Imagine if they were wearing clothes made by Africans, you will be rich. If you are making clothing, many Africans are gonna be very rich.
Yeah, we support each other.
They have taken the clothing industry of Africa. The money is now going to them. They have taken everything because they don't have the copyright of those things. That's why the Indians make them. That's what the Chinese make them. You understand? But now we have stolen everything. So we need to end the dominance entirely, and we need to live based on our own value. If you put your language below the European one, it means you are feeling low.
Yeah.
And if you are feeling low, it means you can't make progress.
It's true.
And you should not even complain about pain.
You are ashamed to speak your own language instead of speaking French.
Yeah.
If you speak French, if you coming from French country, you are ashamed to speak your own language when you are in between white men, between European. Even at the phone, if you are in the plane, you want to speak only English or French. If you want to speak your language, you are ashamed. That is not good.
It's not good, and that is mind conditioning.
Yeah.
Because if you were not under the mental influence, you will not have feel ashamed.
Yeah.
But it is them who make you feel like speaking your own language is less.
Yeah.
You see, these are the kind of mental crime they do, which breaks the human beings. Because if your mind is like that, then you are lost.
You are lost. You lose the.
Imagine the small children growing up. They traumatize them from young until when they are old. So we need to rise up against that. So you support that we end it, right?
And they create, like here in South Africa, they put wife and ladies in the first position. After ladies is children, and after children is the men. They change everything. At the beginning, it was the men who must rule the wife and the kids. Now the man is under even the animal. If you kill the animal, they arrest you. But if a wife slap you, they don't arrest the wife. You see,
so that they have changed everything. So we have changed our society is now based on it. That's why we need to take back control. And the only way we can take back control is those who have awakened. Because remember, if we are feeling ashamed to speak our own languages, let's say in a public thing, it means they have corrupted our minds. And generally, we have that mindset. It means we are lost. You understand? Generally. Yes. So those who have awakened from that mindset need to rally our people in the majority, so that those ones are elected into power by the people, and they can tell the European, we reject your dominance, and they can put laws that remove European languages, culture, because these are the things that give them dominance over us, you understand? Yeah. And then restore our own, and take back control of our economy, natural resources, and then cut the media flow of information, because that is what is making us feel inferior, understand? This is the only way we can get out, and we need to believe in ourselves. But to believe in ourselves, we must understand these Europeans are enslaving our brains to feel low. Yeah. We're not supposed to feel low. We are human beings. Yeah. We have to love, like in Europe, everybody loves their languages. The Serbs speak Serbian. Yeah. You got the point. The Italians speak the Greeks speak Greeks.
Yeah.
You got the point. So it means we must love who we are, but they make us feel like what is ours is bad, including our skin color. That's why some Africans pinkinize the colors. So it's a total and savage oppression they're doing to us. So we need to stop that. You agree with me on that, right?
I agree.
Entirely, totally.
Totally, I agree.
Very interesting, and I think we're gonna close today. Any closing words that you would like to say to our listeners?
I tell to our listeners that you must try, you must be proud to be black, you must be proud to be African. So,
actually, we are brown. Black is even the name there. Look at the brother there. You can see everybody here looks brown. The hair is black. Even the name black, they put in our brains because they tell us most of what we learn now.
So
we're actually brown. But anyway, you can say how you see.
Don't neglect ourselves. Don't neglect that small wisdom that you receive. You must know how to create business yourself. You must know how to make peace. You must stand up together so that we can fight the oppression of Europe oppression. And I didn't finish. You see, when there is war in Africa, if you see in the poor country, there's no war like Malawi, Mozambique, because of those countries are very poor. Now, every country where there is mineral, there is petrol, you see that those countries there's problem, every time problem. So Europe, they must leave our country quiet. We don't want to have a fight war in Africa. People are dying, people are suffering. You're there, you just come and collect money, mineral. You offer the president. You push them to do what you want. Is not good. So you must create democracy in Africa, so that we can stand together, we can unite as African, we can be together. Is good for the...
Very interesting. It's important to know that the current regimes in Europe, are the same regime that did slavery, colonialism, and apartheid. So it means they remain the bad people. It's like the Nazi. If the Nazi remain in power, the regime, they will always be bad. So the French regime, the English regime, the Portuguese regimes and the American regimes are the same oppressors. So they will always live to slaughter and cause chaos. So we need to protect ourselves from them. We should not believe one time that these regimes will change their ways. They've been doing it for centuries. It's their business. So we need to end it, and hopefully we're gonna be able to advance as a people. The only way we can advance is if we protect ourselves.